I've been having fun. Not. So this is a continuation of the UHF J-pole that I built in the last video. And the reason I'm filming this quickly and getting it posted is because I'm running some problems with that antenna. I mentioned in the video that I was going to paint it because I enjoy painting all of my antennas a grayish blue or sky blue color just to make them invisible in the air. And I did that after I made all the adjustments to the wire and attached the coax that I intend to run. I painted that antenna. And the paint caused a change in resonance, which shocked me, surprised me, actually, because I've painted antennas before and it's not changed anything. But in this situation, I was painting the actual bare copper wire. And I think that's why I ran into troubles, because I've never done that before and I've never monitored the result of that. So it messed up the resonance of the antenna, and I basically had to retrim everything. What I ended up doing was I took the painted wire off the fiberglass rebar and put a piece of bare copper in its place. I just used zip ties to attach that to the fiberglass rebar, and then I started determining my new lengths. And what I ended up with on this version of the J antenna was a short leg that was a little bit longer and a long leg that was a little bit shorter. So I'm going to recommend, if you try and build one of these things, to start out long and trim from there. And it may take a couple attempts to find that dual resonance happy spot where it'll be resonant on UHF, GMRS, and 70 centimeter. But I managed to do that. I got it to where it'll resonate on both of those bands. And I hooked at the end of the coax that I intended to run through my diplexer and determined that the SWR was going to be satisfactory for both 70 centimeter ham and GMRS. It's going to work. Whether it's going to have enough signal strength to chip repeaters that are 35-ish miles in the eastern direction, I don't know. I'm going to have to determine that after I get done building the mount for the antenna, which is what I want to do right now. So this video is going to be putting together a mount, because I have to stand this thing off of an existing mast that has my VHF antenna on it. So it's going to stand off that UHF antenna away from the mast, and then we'll mount that to the top of it. So I'm just going to use some of that 3/4 square tubing that I used in the 20-meter dipole build, and here is some 1-inch square tubing, and then a small piece of angle iron. The angle iron will go against the mast. I'll weld this to that, and then this will be my vertical piece that I can hose clamp an antenna to. So let's go ahead and get started. It's quite warm in the shop today. I'm going to try and do this without the coolers on. That is galvanized, so the key here is just don't breathe it. We do have very good ventilation in the shop, the doors are all open. A pretty good breeze walking through here. But if you ever see that white powder come off when you're welding, that's a pretty good indication it's a piece of galvanized. So be careful, not breathe it. Or it could cause some harm. Right about there. That's how you make a gusset out of welding wire. So, antenna's hooked up. It goes through an MFJ diplexer, which has my VHF antenna on the other leg of it, down the wall, into the house. And there's what we were looking for right there. So that was a 70 centimeter repeater. It's about 35 miles away as the crow flies. And that had full signal, full quieting. So that's a good sign. So I'm listening for traffic on the GMRS repeater. That's 2-meter traffic, so clearly putting the UHF antenna beside the VHF antenna had no effect. It still has full signal, full quieting.
Hey, we're just chatting with some of the guys here, Jack and Nick. Hey, this is for my question. Is there a safe link you can go to? Don't remember. I mean, there's a whole ham radio village there. And all.
So that's GMRS traffic, and it's not full signal. It's only 4 bars. But it seems to be strong enough, so there's no noise in the signal, so I think it's going to work.